and welcome to Pride Month Book Club. Every day you get one piece of queer literature as we do a quick and dirty run through the history of our community's literary contributions. So remember to follow and come back every day for a new book recommendation every day this month. Today, we're reading Sappho. This is my copy. It was given to me as a Christmas gift by my fiancé. I recommend always getting the newest collection that you can find since it is regularly updated as new fragments are discovered, but also find a translator that you enjoy and get that version as well, because as with all sorts of ancient literature, you're reading the translator's interpretation of the authorial intent, not the original authorial intent. Sappho of Lesbos was born sometime around 620 BCE on the island of Lesbos in modern-day Greece to an unknown wealthy family. Despite being one of the most popular poets of her day, her work was largely lost until it was rediscovered during the 15th and 16th centuries after the European Dark Ages. And despite being largely rediscovered during the 15th and 16th centuries, she only really reached the height of her modern popularity starting in the 19th century, the Romantic period. As previously stated, she was a remarkably popular lyrical poet and elegist during her lifetime. Her popularity was such that it is a frequent and common occurrence when new archaeological sites are excavated that are contemporary to her life for new fragments of her poetry to be found at those sites. Everybody was reading Sappho. Her immediate legacy was such that during her lifetime, she gained the nickname the 10th Muse and was also sometimes referred to as the Poetess. In the same way that Homer was often referred to as the poet, she was on that level of contemporary importance during her lifetime. And her modern legacy is of such colossal importance that the two English words that exist for describing women who love other women, sapphic and lesbian, are both derived from her name, Sappho of Lesbos. And she has had this reputation as a renowned lesbian since at least the Hellenistic period in the 4th century BCE. Despite this, much effort has been put into heterosexualizing Sappho, with the main thrust of this effort beginning in the Roman Empire, which had fairly strictly enforced cis-heteronormativity. This is when she gained such a strong reputation for having just been a promiscuous hetero woman that there began a rumor that there may have actually been two Sapphos, given just how far this image diverged from that which could be found in her poetry. It is commonly believed that she died of suicide due to her unrequited love for a ferryman named Phaon. However, there is some debate as to whether or not her poetry even mentioned Phaon, as this may have just been a heterosexualizing mistranslation of her work. Many historians and sociologists have argued, and will continue to argue that the entire modern concept of a lesbian would have been incomprehensible to Sappho, and therefore that it is anachronistic to retroactively apply this label to her. They are operating under the pretended objectivity that is rife within academia. There is a generalized belief that one can somehow strip oneself of their own ideology and just be purely objective in their work. I do not operate under such pretenses, and I offer two arguments for being willing to refer to Sappho as a potential lesbian. The first is that yes, the modern concept of a lesbian would have been incomprehensible to her. However, the modern concept of Greece would have also been equally incomprehensible to her, and none of these historians and sociologists hesitate to call her Greek. The second is that I'm not writing and presenting history for it to be comprehensible to Sappho, a woman who died over 2.5 millennia ago. I'm writing it to be comprehensible to a modern queer audience, and a modern queer audience is going to understand what a lesbian is, and therefore what it means to refer to Sappho as a potential lesbian. Her poetic legacy lives on and continues to inspire others in the form of the Sapphic stanza, 3 lines of 11 syllables each, punctuated by 1 line of 5 syllables, her signature style for writing romantic poetry. As a fun side note, June 1st, 1732 is often credited as the publication date for the book The Toast, which represents the first modern use of the word lesbian to refer to the sexual orientation. I have been able to find evidence to confirm the book, its use of the word, and its publication year, but not its specific publication date, which is why I didn't use it for Queer History episode 42. I just thought it might be fun to say that on June 1st. Now let's read us some Sappho. Beautiful women, my feelings for you will never falter. May you sleep on the breast of your tender companion. Note. Her voice was far sweeter than any flute, her hair more golden than gold, and her skin far whiter than an egg, and wrapped around her a soft linen robe. Take up your lyre, sing of the bride whose dress is violet. Beautiful woman, graceful bride. It's very fragmentary, but you kind of get the thrust of it. Her poem Aphrodite is believed to have been discovered in full. It is somewhere in this book, but I'll leave that for you to discover on your own. Aphrodite, your garlands are made of golden leaves. If only I could have a share in such good fortune. Goddess of love, to you I will sacrifice a white goat. So that is Pride Month Book Club, episode 1 of 30. Come back every day this month for a new book recommendation. I love you, my lovelies. Have an excellent Pride Month.